What's up, guys? Schmidt here. Welcome back to another video. No cut commentary today. Today I'm just gonna be chilling, talking to you guys, just to switch things up a little bit today. But as well, this is gonna allow me to get some Black Ops 4 gameplay that I've had saved up out to you guys. And today, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, I want to give you guys my biggest advice. Now, this advice isn't necessarily in regards to YouTube or playing games or whatever it may be. This is just straight up generic life advice. And as I start kind of getting into it, it may sound a little cliche or something that you've probably heard 30,000 times, but I promise, just stick with it and hear me out. So this advice is pretty simple, but I would like to break it down and kind of explain what I mean. So my biggest life advice for you guys is to never go through life alone. Now, like I said, that's gonna kind of sound like some cliche stuff you've heard a lot of times before, but I feel like, or at least I hope anyway, that this is going a different route than what you guys have normally heard. And it's funny because I'm not necessarily the best example of this either. This is something that still to this day I'm not necessarily very good with, and something that, I mean, it's a place where I need to take my own advice as well. And so never go through life alone. So essentially where I'm going with this is, at least throughout my entire life, it just seems like I've always been a person that just doesn't want anyone else's help. I just always end up wanting to do things on my own. And it can be something small, it can be something big, it can be the smallest little project, or it could be a traumatic life experience, whatever it may be. And I feel like a lot of times in my life, it's been something that's kind of screwed me over, because I've always had like so many people around available to help me and do things in many different ways, but I don't always take advantage of that. And I'm sure that there's a ton of people out there that are the exact same way. And basically what I've narrowed it down to like my big reason for why I'm always like this is because I feel like whatever I do, if I have somebody help me with it, it just lessens the amount of accomplished that I feel. So to give an example, doing a little bit of homework for a class in school. I feel like if I go through and do that by myself and walk myself through it or figure out how to do it in some form or another, that it is going to be better for me than going around and asking for help from parents or friends or faculty or whatever. And to a certain extent that can be true, but at the same time, like, those people are there for a reason. And like I said, that can go for a lot bigger things in life as well. And it really can just come down to a lot of things. Like, no matter what it is, I feel like if I can do it by myself, that it just makes it all the more better for something that I accomplished, and that if I have the slightest bit of help, it will just totally disregard everything I had ever done, and like it's not as cool anymore, or not as great. To give you guys another example of this, even though I hate to use this example, Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors. It's obviously no secret that a lot of people looked at this as a garbage move, and a move that was just purely to go get a ring, which by doing that, he ended up getting one, and now two, and potentially more throughout the future years. But some people do try to step back and look and say, well, he had a ton of help, and they look at other players that have won titles with less help and say, well, maybe that makes them greater. And you know, that's kind of the mindset that I'm getting at here, but it goes for so many different things in life. But at the end of the day, Kevin Durant's got 2 titles. Like, there's nothing like next to his little championship trophy or whatever, or on his championship ring that just has like a little asterisk next to it that said, well, you had help. And again, I'm just using a variety of different examples here, but you'll see so much of this stuff throughout everyday life, and especially if you guys are like me, you probably have these thoughts all the time. Another reason this can come down to for people thinking this is maybe they feel like the help just will not provide as much as what the actual person can do for themselves. For an example, I'll use my YouTube videos. I feel like, to a certain extent, there is nobody that is going to make my YouTube videos like I would like them to be made. I know how I like them to come out. I know that I can make them the way I want them to come out. Obviously, there's some incredible talent out there that's really good at editing that probably could do some crazy things, but for the 95+ percentile of this, I know that nobody's going to be able to go through and make my videos like I would. I'm not saying I have a long list of people that want to help edit or anything, but I'm just saying, like, in the event that was to come, I just don't feel like I could ever put my trust in somebody to make a YouTube video just like I would want it to be made. Now, that's obviously more so of an example of which it wouldn't make sense to necessarily get help if you feel like you can do it better, but the other 2 examples are the ones I want to focus on more. Feeling like it's going to somehow make you less great if you get some help doing something, or if you get some kind of assistance somewhere in your life, or that you have to go through every experience in your life on your own, otherwise you're nothing, you had help along the way. It can be a really tough thing, but I feel like the best way I can put this, and to put it in an analogy that gamers will understand, life is not meant to be a battle royale. See, there's so many of us put in this life, right? And we're all, in a sense, chasing different goals, but at the same time, we're chasing the same goal of being happy and successful and just content with how our lives turn out. Now, obviously, there's many different paths to get that way, just like in a battle royale game, for example, there's many different ways to get to the top. But at the end of the day, we're all just trying to win. So in that sense, it's similar, but we don't need to compete with others to make that happen, if that makes sense. This might go a totally different route, but I feel like people always try to make rivals out of certain things as well. You know, rather than combine efforts and make something great, people just want to beat out one another and become great by themselves. And that's one route to go, and I'm not trying to directly correlate this into gaming because it's a totally different experience. You get multiple opportunities in gaming, but you don't get those same opportunities in life. So back to this whole life's not a battle royale thing. So yeah, in a way similar to a battle royale, we're all trying to achieve the top and become the best we can be and become happy. But the way that life's not a battle royale is we don't have to kill each other or tear each other down or beat each other one-on-one to make that happen. We can all go through lives helping each other and at the same time accepting that help to all get to the top. See, finishing first in life isn't achieved by beating everybody out. Finishing first in life is doing that with everyone else. One of my favorite lines I've ever heard in a song is, "What's a vacation without the people that you came with?" Essentially what that means is like, what's it matter to get to the top or to be the best or to become great at something if you don't have people to share it with, if you didn't do anything with other people along the way? It's nothing. If you somehow get to the greatest point in life, but there's no one else around to share it with, or you never did anything with people along the way, then how good is that feeling really going to be? I've been in the spot of winning many times in my life in all kinds of different things, whether it be playing games or playing sports or whatever it is. And I'll tell you, nothing is as great as a feeling as winning something with an entire group of people or a team. That feeling of we did it is so much greater than the feeling of I did it. Maybe that's just personal preference, but I feel like a lot of people would feel the same way. And so where am I really getting with this? I feel like a lot of people in life try to do things on their own, whether it be through great times or through bad. And the point I want to get to you guys through all this is that does not ever have to be the case. Like I said, life's not a battle royale. We're not out here trying to kill everybody to get to the top. We can all be together and help each other to achieve that same common goal. Again, like I said, I'm not the greatest example of this. I still struggle with this to this day. Hey, do you want help with this? No, I can do it. Hey, should me and this person work together? No, I just want to beat him out and stomp him in the ground. It's that competitive nature, but it's not meant to be taken into life. And so I hope a lot of this made sense. I know I kind of jumped around in some different areas and gave a variety of different examples and different scenarios, but I'm hoping you guys got the main point of this. Good times or in bad, get help, get good people around you. It doesn't matter how many people that is. It can be 20 people, it can be 10 people, it can just be you and one other person. But don't ever feel like life is just something you have to combat on your own. Because if that's the case, then out of the 8-some billion people in this world, one of us is going to come out on top and the other 7.9999999 billion of us are all screwed. So that's the point I'm trying to get with this. Let people help you. Be there for people. Life's a team game, not a BR. So I'm hoping all this made sense to you guys. This topic's just kind of been flowing in my head for a while, and I felt like I just wanted to get that out today. And so I'm hoping that in some form or fashion, you guys watching could take something from this. And so hopefully this video can help you guys in the future and you guys took something out of this. Make sure to share it around as well if you feel like anybody could use these kind of tips. I know it's kind of different from videos I normally do, but I kind of like doing that as well. Different videos and videos like this are fun to make. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack the Schmidt, add a like button down below. And if you guys are new to the channel looking for more video content, you guys are in the right place. Hit the subscribe button down below as well. And turn notifications on so you guys know when the videos go live. Hopefully you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.